Hello everyone. I'm attempting to do a stream and hopefully I don't get cut off. I decided to start here where we're going to be capturing this fort. I debated whether I wanted to stream this, but and I decided to do so. So here we go. Show you a little bit more about what this is. This is basically your armies fighting for you. And our goal is to capture Dresden, but we're also fighting a whole bunch of demon armies between us and them. We made some good progress. We captured a major fort that was on the way to Dresden, and we moved up our camp from where it was, from being close to Canabaris to much closer to Dresden. And we're going to be making even more progress. Technically, I could have avoided this, but I decided since I was close by anyway, I'd just take it out. I get some abilities here. I get Ice Bomb, which deals cold damage and lowers your speed. This confuses them. Like it worked. And those guys are down. Looks like the confusion didn't do squat, unfortunately. Yeah, this is my general up here. Having a general is really good for boosting the power of your army. So you definitely want to have one. They have special abilities up here. They can also revive some troops that have fallen in battle, which is really useful. And this one in particular can cure soldiers if you don't have a cleric with you. My archers hitting them from the side. I got my meat shield. That's my main meat shield, the shield bearer. This one here is too. Technically, this cavalry can serve as some as well. This is mainly to heal up. I'll go ahead and use cure. Yeah, probably not worth it. I should save some energy. No, I probably should use Smite Evil on them. Might make this a bit easier. Okay, that one's down. All that's left is the gargoyle. Does this... And that's game. Yeah, generals can replenish units that have fallen, so I basically took no losses. Generals can also increase the size of your army. So they're pretty vital to have a general. Later on, you'll be able to recruit more of them, but for now, I just only focus on one because I need to make this one army as powerful as possible. So I can get through Canabras. I need at least 5 strength in the army, because we're gonna have to fight some pretty powerful demonic forces. And there we go. We won. Since I'm in the area, I might as well. I have expected them to just retreat. If you're so much more powerful, they'll just retreat instead of fight you. But I guess that's not always the case. Okay, we got a bunch of fire demons here. Some cultists there. Yeah, we're so much more powerful. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my frost bomb at this one. Okay, it did some good damage there, and it slows him down. Now I'm gonna have my archer unit possibly take it out, and they did. One down before it even got to do anything. That's always a good thing. Ah, there we go. We got some confused. Kind of a waste to have him finish off the cultist. Severe damage to that one. I'm impressed. You I will have him finish off. Actually, I don't think I can look into these guys. At least not from here. I don't see a way I can do it. There we go. Alright, we're doing real good. All that's left is this one. And that's game. Another army bites the dust. Yeah, looks like we got some items here. Now we can't fight this one. We get slaughtered, and I can't afford to have that happen. Well, we took out those two armies and got some items that'll be useful later on. So, good day overall. That's just some Rangers. And now for our main force. We're now returning to camp. We have to rest because we've been out in the wilderness for too long and already got the first stage of corruption, and we need to cleanse that. Ah, interesting. Let's see what he has to say. He's trembling from his wounds and exhausted. Looks like he had quite an ordeal. Yeah. Looks like he was running from something. Oh, he was ambushed. And he looks like he barely got out of that alive. Obviously, I'm neutral good, so we're gonna do the good. We're gonna do the good thing. Not to mention, he'd probably help us out better if he was not so tired and wounded. So he's a Hell Knight here. There are a collection of nightly orders with unique focus on law. I don't really know what that word is. So, yeah. So they're basically the lawful neutral version of paladins. That's basically what that tells me. They don't really care for goodness. They just think people should follow the law because it's the law, and they're willing to basically strong arm them into doing it if they refuse. I mean, despite their name, they're lawful neutral. Honestly, if I remember correctly, when I saw Hell Knights, I thought these were the evil versions of paladins. Hell is literally in the name. Order of... Oh. So they're basically a polytheistic knightly order that basically combines the rules of these five deities. Iomedae is one of the major ones in our crusade. Torgak is a dwarven god, if I remember correctly. I don't know who the other... Aldabar is a god of laws. Don't really know who the other two are. Well, yeah. Hell Knights may not have the best reputation, but they are our allies and they can help us. While we may be delaying our assault a bit, we could be getting our hands on powerful allies, which will strengthen the offensive on Dresden. We do need all the help we can get. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, because last time I declined because I was a chaotic character and didn't care for Hell Knights. But I want to see what happens if we do help them, so I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, we'll help them. This is basically a DLC mission she's referring to. It's a tough one, but the end result is getting a very powerful cloak. Before I do anything, I have to rest. Let's grab a scroll if I can. Yeah, I can't actually do anything besides make a hearty meal. I'm all out of stuff to make anything.
No, you're wrong. There are treants in the desert too. Yarundis call them tabongos.
You're kidding me. Fine, I lose, which means I drink. Next, I bet that in all of Galarion, a sentient slime has never held any government post.
It's Ember. Yeah. She's technically doesn't really put much faith in the gods. Atheism in this game is more like not seeing the gods as gods traditionally, but more like really powerful beings. I could show you the description, it'll probably make more sense, but that's the gist of it. Since I wasn't sure what god to pick, because they do have you pick your religion here, or what god you adore. I just picked atheist for this one and my previous character. Actually, I'll call it my Vanguard character, which is an arcane writer. Well, you healed that man's arm. That's something. That's something real good. Not to mention, if I was to bring you into combat, you're actually pretty useful. Got healing spells. You got a built-in sleep spell. Yeah, she can actually learn some pretty good fire spells. So she's basically like a mage that can do healing and she has some offensive spells, but not a lot. She's not a wizard by any means. She's kind of a fusion of the two. To remind you guys again, this golem basically changes the appearance of some of your items. It can actually give you armor that looks different, which is cool. Queen's here because I convinced her to be here. Yeah. I'm not gonna... And there was an error in there. Well, without further... Well, actually, once I get through all this... Selling all this stuff I don't need. Not a... Oh, that's useful. This is an interesting weapon here, the Black Dragon Fang. I could give this to my paladin. Of course, against a lot of demons, it wouldn't really help out. Because a lot of them have elemental resistance, so that kind of sucks. That's interesting too. This looks like a cool weapon. Unfortunately, I can't use it because I'm not using Estos, whatever that is. I mean, plus 2 morality bonus when dexterity when I score a crit is actually really good. And additional piercing damage, that's also good. I actually got this for my arcane. I got this for my arcane rider. It was better than the one I used back in Canabaris. It basically gave me extra. It was basically a +1 long spear that allowed me to deal 1 to 4 extra damage when I was mounted. This one obviously is more powerful because it's a +2 enhancement. I get 1d6 positive damage, and if I score a crit, I can do extra positive damage. So that's the weapon I currently use with my Vanguard character, the Racking Point. I could buy the +2. I could buy the +2 Ring of Protection. Yeah, that would definitely help.
Is there trouble?
There we go. Now I'm at 23 armor class. That's good armor. I get some damage reduction from that. I can get some immunity to mind afflicting for 3 rounds. This gives me resistance to anything that's not in melee range. And I got a dexterity buff right here. And I got a pearl of power, which will allow me to use a 1st level spell again. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with this. There was supposed to be another confrontation with the elf he mentioned, the guy we just talked to, but I can't find her. I was trying to see if I could get that to happen. I mean, last time I saw her, she was right here talking to our quartermaster here. I thought she also talked to maybe the cleric, so that's why I went over there. Or maybe I need to progress the story a little bit more before I see that part. Not really sure. But yeah, if you remember from my stream a long time ago, we're sent to hunt us. That guy we just talked to was hunting a supposed cultist. So we found her first in Canabris, but she said she wasn't with the demons. So we believed her and let her go. So I decided to do that because I wanted to see how this whole thing plays out. She insists she's not a bad person, but we aren't going to know for sure. So I kind of want to see how it plays out. Alright, time to leave. Yeah, this is the party I have for now. That's my rogue. I'm the alchemist. That's our paladin tank. That's our Zen archer. I will be replacing him on. I will not be using him. I really want to use Ember, but I don't see where I can put her in. I don't want to give up my arcane archer. I want to use Darren here. I don't like his personality, but he does have a very good role in the army. He's the healer, and I need a strong healer. He can also do it too, but he's a frontline healer. And I don't know who I'd give up. I don't want to give up my main character. Oh, I can't give up my main character. I don't want to give her up because she's actually pretty good on the front. And I kind of want to use him as well. I'll give you a hint. I do intend to replace Lon with a ranger instead of a Zen monk archer. I am using him with my Vanguard playthrough. I'm also not using him. I'm using Ember instead, and I'm also replaced Wolfjik here with Canambra, and that's basically my party. But I'm doing things differently with this party to explore different team comps and all that. Really like Ember. No. But the only real place I could find that could maybe replace her would maybe be replace my archer, but I really want to have a strong archer character. Alternate, so the only option may be Wolfjik, but I don't want to do that because Wolfjik has sneak attack damage. He also has stealth going on for him. I mean, I don't really need don't really feel like I need trickery because my main character does trickery. Oh, also I can't replace him with Lon because Lon is my perception guy, and I need perception because perception reveals stuff on the map here, as well as secret stuff. So whoever I replace Lon with will have to have perception. Yeah. I had to actually clear that fort, by the way, the one you saw at the beginning, or else I wouldn't be able to even come over here. This demon army won't threaten me though, so I can just ignore him. I can't fight him anyway. I'll tell you why. You see the number in the blue shield? That's my power. The one in the red shield down here is the demon army's power. They're 2 points higher than me. So if I was to, not to mention they have 6 characters. If I tried to fight them now, good chance I'd just get slaughtered. I tried fighting them with like a 6 shield army that was much more powerful than the one I have, and they lost, so it didn't bode well. There's a 5 here, but you don't have to fight that one. What we do have to fight is this one right here. We have to take that fort down. And we have to take this one here. This one's a big one. I had so much trouble with this one, it wasn't even funny. It was a brutal fight. I failed a few times, and I literally had to get to the point where I had to hold off the siege to wait and get more soldiers so I could finally clear it. And then there's Dresden, but these 2 forts have to fall first. Go ahead and quick save. We're going to be rescuing those knights next. Yeah, it's not letting us go past this point. Leaper's smile. That's where we need to go next to progress the story. Nameless Ruins is our companion area, but not interested in that right now. Alright.
Together, we stand.
Let's get to work. You mount up.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Wolfjik and Nimiko need to get their mage armor on.
You are my favorite aide.
Darian doesn't need it because he has armor. He has armor. Lon can actually use mage armor because he doesn't wear armor. But I have potions for him to use.
Are we in trouble yet?
So I might as well take advantage of them and use them.
My tail is restless.
A sweet smile, a gentle voice, and kind words will help me in their hearts.
Going but get Bart's skin up.
I'll use my sharp nails instead. So exciting!
Quickly, evacuate the wounded. The beasts are about to strike again. Use cloaks as stretchers. We've got to make it through. Paralictor, your people will have to cover us while...
Two more minutes left out in the open, and neither you nor I will have any troops left to order about Crusader.
But the wounded...
Oh, wow.
Problem solved. Retreat to shelter.
Okay. That's just screwed up. I guess we know why they call them Hell Knights.
With grace. Let's prove their logic is lacking.
Got some gargoyles, of course.
You've crossed the wrong monk.
Away, you rascal!
Cover me, all right?
Into the fray!
You won't survive
trouble?
me.
Okay, okay, that's one group of attacking gargoyles down. Let's finish the rest off, shall we?
This is my time to shine.
Actually, hang on a minute. Took some damage that last fight.
No time for idling.
Go ahead and speed this up. Gargoyles are chaotic evil, so protection from evil will do. Do they have any resistances to... Nope, they do not. Fire and cold are the only ones I saw.
A simple smile goes a long way.
That's another group down.
How cute!
I'm gonna keep going because I want my buffs to... not expire. Bastard Sword of Hope. I think I got this at Dresden, and if I chose not to help these guys, I can't use a Bastard Sword with any of my characters because I need exotic weapon proficiency, and I need to pick which one I use. So I have to spend a feat to use that. I could put it on Celia, but I think she's already has a main weapon in mind, the longsword. There's one we're working on, Radiance, that will become very powerful. This isn't too bad of an item, though. If you're doing a crit build, that is.
Adventures are exciting.
Isn't it obvious what happened here, Darian? They were fighting a bunch of gargoyles. Yeah. Those gargoyles are pretty clever then. Yeah, that was the point. To weaken you up so you'd be easier prey. Because if they fought you at full strength, they would have taken a lot of casualties, like they did, like they clearly did here. So gargoyles are actually quite cunning here, or at least some among them are. Whoever planned this was smart. Wonder why they were snatching people away though. Maybe to get information. Yeah. Not to mention, they don't give a damn about killing wounded individuals that were fighting for to help them out. So there's that too. Well, I get what you're trying to go for. There, Lon. Well, we tried to help her out, but she absolutely refused.
Do not waver.
So, I guess that's just how it is.
You'll trouble me no more.
There's a cleric casting spells.
Did you see that?
Oh no, that's not good. Yeah.
Your time is over.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Lon can deal with taking hits better than these two can. So if anyone on my backline has to get hit, it's going to be Lon. He actually doesn't provoke attack of opportunities due to some feats he got when he shoots.
Full of wonder. With grace. Uh-huh.
Miss me already?
There we go.
Trouble? This is my time to shine. A failure is just a step to a success.
Gotta check the area, make sure we aren't missing any valuables.
Pretty good, aren't I?
So
Oh,
exciting.
got some more horse armor. I'll have to look into that. Magical essence is good.
With grace.
Well, the gargoyles weren't interested in tents. They're interested in people. Well, that's weird. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can equip whatever I got. It's probably medium.
No time for idling.
And Armorith can only equip light for now. He'll get to a level where he can automatically unlocks medium. Then I'll have to get the feat for heavy armor. Yeah, but let's look at what we got. Yep, it was muscle warmer. Oh, that's good. Move again. The cold resistance and a bonus to saving throw against movement and parrying effects. That's a good. That's good.
A bright future awaits us.
Yeah, that's a good shield. Brute force is still alright, but it's gonna start falling off. Especially with the low DC at 13. I don't feel like that's very good. And enemies' saving throws get higher as they level up, or this will be the weapon I probably use for endgame. Once I fully upgrade it, that is.
Rely on me. It is no trouble.
They probably went into this cave. So let's go in. Actually, a cave is a good place to go when you're being attacked from the skies. So that was real smart of the Hell Knights to do. Instead of staying out in the open.
To be broken.
Adventures are exciting. Uh-huh.
Knight Commander, I presume. Your glory precedes you. I am Reginald to Rage, Herald of the Order of the God of Law, a temporary officer, joined the unit of Hell Knights, the Order of the Sunrise Sword. You and your people should take positions. Gargoyles. We expect they will attempt to break through in 5 to 6 minutes.
Actually, now that I think about it, there's a big hole in this cave, so it's kind of compromised. Gargoyles could fly right in from there. The part where there's sunlight coming out.
A paralictor indeed. Impressive.
Paralictor. This game's the first time I've ever heard of that word. I'm guessing it's some type of leader or commander. Wonder where it comes from.
Are you in command of this unit? Oh, no? Then step aside and let me discuss the matter. Come on. Indeed. The gargoyles were clearly trying to capture as many prisoners as they could. I don't know the reason behind these abductions, but I'm not about to be the enemy of what they want. That is why all my people were ordered not to be taken alive. And as for the we didn't have time to safely get away.
Can you hear yourself? For the sake of principle, in order not to give the enemy what they want, you killed your own wounded. Helpless subordinates. Why does anyone still follow you?
Because we are Hell Knights. We know our duty.
Only someone who's never been responsible for the lives of others could feel any outrage in this decision. The wounded couldn't be saved. What good would it do to anyone if the rest perished along with them?
It's funny, back in the Shield Labyrinth, Lon was the voice of morality, but here he's actually siding with the Hell Knight. It's quite weird to say the least. I'll tell you again what the situation in the Shield Maid was. Mongrels are being taken in by cultists, and they were being forced to cannibalize people. I think they're called Asmers, which are basically people born from celestial bloodlines, like angels and stuff like that. And they were eating them, and then they were gaining their power, but that power ultimately messed with their minds. Lon was opposed to it, but another potential companion you could have was actually all for it, because she was using it to gain power. And you had to choose between her and Lon. At first, earlier on, there was an instance where you had to choose whether to reveal a sword to the mongrels or not. And she made a good case for why you shouldn't, because you'd be sending a whole bunch of mongrels who didn't know how to fight to their potential deaths. So the first time I chose not to reveal the sword to them, but in this one I did. And if you choose not to reveal the sword to him and do what the other companion says, she'll join you, and you'll have to get Lon later. But then you get... Well, hang on. Yeah, but... I'm just going a little bit too far in the past. My whole point is, Lon was the voice of morality back in the Shield Maze, but now he's like... Actually, this gnome who killed the wounded has a point.
What charming people. Those fellows in black make Holrun look like a sweet old soul by comparison.
I wonder if I say you won't get away with this is a good...
We can discuss our differences as soon as the gargoyle problem has been resolved. Speaking of which, here they are.
Let's have some fun.
Oh. Right behind. That's lovely. Well,
The light take you.
Distract them from me.
You offend me.
yep, just as I said, they're coming down from here.
Stand down.
So this place couldn't really be that good of a defensive spot, unfortunately. I'm guessing in a sense it's a bit better than being outside, but it would have been perfect if there was no hole up above, because they'd all have to come in through here and we could choke point them. But sadly we can't do that here because they have a second way to enter. Sucks. But not everything can be perfect. I'll go ahead and heal up. Ah, crap, they're coming through here again.
Away, you rascal.
Well, Lon can take some hits, so I'm not too worried about him. Crap, he's paralyzed.
No glory without risk.
Yeah, that paralysis screwed me over. Losing my healer is definitely not a good idea. Not good.
You, you thug.
I'm gonna go back to turn-based.
Tactical retreat! No?
This isn't glorious.
Yeah, we need to start thinning their ranks.
Endure this! Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Lost our healer, which isn't good. You may have to redo this one. Burning Arc. Right here. They'll hit more of them.
Into the fray.
Well,
This hurts so much.
there. I'll heal him up. go ahead and equip a moderate wound potion and use that on me. That was a terrible heal. Well, Wolfjik is in a better situation right now than he was before. Yeah, he's still got... He doesn't have the shield up. That went down. I can't... Can I put these gargoyles to sleep? Or are they immune to that? Got resistance to a lot of stuff here. Doesn't say that they're immune to that, so I could attempt to make them go to sleep. Oh, worked on someone. Smart. Yeah, our healer's out, so this battle better end soon.
Time to share your treasures.
They keep bringing in more soldiers. We're gonna be cooked.
Make every strike count.
Might need some good damage here. There we go. Do have another action. That's better.
Tactical retreat. No.
I could take the chance of Phantom Killer to get an insta-kill, but if I fail, Burning Arc may be better. Crap, I forgot that I was going to go to him. That means he's going to wake up when I don't... So heal some of them, but... That's unfortunate.
I'm not nearly rich enough.
This cannot be happening.
Crap, I may have to restart this one. Yeah, I'm down two guys. Losing my cleric was way too devastating.
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
Not be happening.
The Inheritor, guide my blade. The light, take you.
Jeez, there's so many of these guys.
You won't survive me.
Okay, that's good. Hopefully this is the last of them.
Endure this!
Miss. The blind would have helped. Thankfully, this guy appears to be the last of them. So we're just about done here, and I feel like I have enough power to finish him off.
Make every strike count.
There, it's over. We lost three guys, unfortunately.
The pleasantries.
Honestly, the biggest issue was we lost him. We lost him first, and that kind of costed us. Because I could have healed these guys up if I was still alive. But sadly, that's not the case.
Friendship lasts forever. This is my time to shine. How cute!
Oh, that's interesting.
So exciting!
Wisdom buff. He uses charisma, looks like, not wisdom. He does have 14 wisdom. She uses intelligence. So does he. I use intelligence. She uses charisma, but I think wisdom could be useful. I have to look.
A simple smile goes a long way. With grace. Anything new? The world is full of wonder. Uh-huh. This is my time to shine. How cute!
Well, we already know they were abducting, taking stuff other than people, but that was just to weaken the, well, that was actually more for the Sunrise guys. The Hell Knights were different. Well, it makes sense why they do that. It threatens their order too. Well, I forgot to talk to them about their atrocities earlier, but when I clicked that one statement, it pretty much went past that. So, no, I probably just would have said, oh, I did what I had to need to be done type thing, and nothing would have came of it anyway. So, I know they're not the best allies, but from a moral standpoint, I mean, but
With grace? Ah!
well, I failed that mobility check.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
No time for idling. Huh?
Looks like there's some more people over here. Huh. What's that saying?
This is my time to shine.
What you doing over here?
How cute!
Guess you don't have anything interesting to say.
So exciting! With grace?
Miss me already?
Adventures are exciting. This is my time to shine.
No reason to pause.
What the? Why are we not leaving? I'm like... Well, that does it for this one. There was something else I wanted to do, but it's close to 2 hours, and this took a lot of time.
On my way.
Looks like in this game they divide the types of demons. Like there's regular demons and there's daemons and devils. Yeah, like different categories of them. Heck, and I was pretty sure that those names are just all synonyms. In this world, they're not. It's not. It's a 4-hour journey over here. Back again. I'll come by here later. Goblin camp's pretty hard to deal with, so I'm gonna pass dealing with it here. I'm gonna go ahead and I need to head back to camp and heal up. Then I'm gonna do one last thing. Oh, there you are. This is the guy who respects your character and gives you mercenary fighters.
Adventures are
Oh, I got another +2 ring of protection. That'll be useful. Not on her, but how about on... That'll be perfect. Yeah. This is another reason why I wanted to get him early. Look at this. You'll actually get Regal either way. If you refuse to help him later on in the story, you'll rescue him from gargoyles that he got caught when he was fighting them off and refused to help. I want that armor. That's what he starts off with. Not a bad item. But I want... Celia to have this armor. Let me look at Wolfjik. Actually, I think he might need the Ring of Protection +2 a little bit more. There are times when he's in the fray, and he could use the extra protection. You can have the +1 though. Yeah, you're already very well equipped, especially since we gave you the adamant armor. That's gonna give her damage reduction 3, because that's what adamant armor does.
The world is full of wonder.
Get a scroll of haste.
Leave me alone,
Haste is a really good
Neo.
spell.
Please, just give it up already.
But I absolutely must sketch you for my addendum to the encyclopedia. Now remove your clothes.
Yeah, you're crossing a line, Nemiko. Big time. You might want to reel it in. I know science is important, but there are some boundaries you just shouldn't cross. Oh, I talk with him. Yeah. That's a companion. He's part of a companion quest we need to do with Darien. Basically, we need to investigate Heaven's Edge, where he was at, and figure out what happened. Basically, a plague, demonic plague, occurred there, and what's concerning is paladins died, and paladins are supposed to be immune to diseases. So it's important we figure out what actually happened and how to prevent it from happening again. Nope. There are the Hell Knights. Yeah, they have like no respect for the Crusaders.
There's something over there.
Alright, what now? While we're reaching the 2-hour mark, I'm going to go ahead and do the next part. The title references it, Marching Through the Swarm. The next story bit is related to that. I, of course, had to come back here and remove the Death's Door status infliction. Because if I died again, I'm actually dead, and the only way to get back up is to get a revival item, which at this point in the game is really hard to get. Though later on in the game, you'll get access to resurrection spells. This next part shouldn't be too long. In fact, the game encourages you to be quick about it. So I feel like I can get through the next story part pretty quickly. The next time we'll definitely do Nameless Ruins, and actually I might, because there's a whole dungeon after you clear the story bit of this, and there's some really good stuff in here you want to get. Yeah, so I'll probably just do the whole dungeon here, even though I don't normally do that for non-story dungeons, because you don't technically have to clear the dungeon in here for the story, but you should, because there's a lot of good stuff. Then we'll have to backtrack over to the Nameless Ruins to do Nemiko's quest line, and then we'll do. And then heck, I might even proceed to do Heaven's Edge. Oh, and actually, let's look what we got here. We got 5 clerics and 7 Hell Knights to join our army. Well, I'll integrate the clerics into this army right here. As for the Hell Knights, there's only like 7 of them. I could bring them up here. Well, they're actually very powerful, but the only unit that I could really take, I could replace them with the scouts. Scouts are pretty powerful too. These guys are really good defensive units. Yeah, but these guys are much more powerful. A lot more powerful statistically. There's just less of them in number. So that's what I'll do. I'll integrate the Hell Knights in this army here. And obviously we can't progress further until we actually send our unit here and clear the story bit. But we already got our goal for the army here and here. And it's obviously advised that you clear everything back here before moving on this side of the river. you have to go to Chili Creek to do a quest that is mandatory before you go to Dresden, or else you won't be able to do it. So I did that. This one has a puzzle that's really hard to solve, so that will be hard. And of course, you want to do the companion quest like I did last time. Yeah, that primitive altar is just a place where I can get some crafting stuff, and that's a DLC mission. It's a free DLC mission, so I downloaded it. Random encounter. I'm wondering if this is the story bit or if I'll be coming across a merchant that randomly appears on the map. Okay, this is weird. Oh, I think I remember what this is.
They will break against our resolve.
Oh, that was me, the -1 con. He has a dagger that when hits lowers their constitution. He also has another interesting dagger too. Yeah, I bought this from when I was in the Defender's Heart in Knabberus. It's actually looks pretty good. Seems a bit broken too because it doesn't have a DC save or anything. I imagine it does. It's just lazy and doesn't show us it. This one blinds targets for a round, so that's also really good for him. So he's some really good daggers here. They're +1, but the effects they have are really good.
No time for idling.
Ask nicely.
Maybe I can find a yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, it seems kind of broken. I feel like there should be like some savings throw you have to succeed on for that. But this one, if I get hit, I automatically lose Constitution.
With grace?
Yeah, that's interesting. There's some loot here. That's 30 gold. That's always good to get gold. Because we're going to need a lot of it to get all the good items in this game. We're far from done from not needing gold. You can also use gold to buy resources for your army.
So exciting!
Yeah, as you progress the storylines of the characters, when you go through the loading screens, they'll talk about it. Yeah, the camper that was referenced in that letter that I picked up in that random encounter is right here. We have to get through this though. I could theoretically come through here before Dresden, but I never did. Actually, I need to see something. Nope, I can't buy any more units right now. But yeah, every week you can buy more. You can buy more soldiers to increase the power of your army. Like I get 40 more footmen and 40 more archers. I mean 26 more archers per week. Plus I can buy 18 clerics. But I have to wait a week for them to replenish. Should I combine these two armies? Might as well combine these two. Not really powerful, they can't really do much. But as we get more and more units, it becomes prudent to get a second general. But as of right now, I'm only using this army. This is just backup, I guess. But I feel eventually you'll get enough, and the amount of places you'll go will increase after you go to Dresden. So you'll definitely want to invest in a second general. But now I only need the one, and I want to focus on powering up this army as much as possible. So any units I recruit will go straight here, if possible. And those I can't fit will go here. Let's do it. This is now the second part of the story, and is the whole reason I made the title what I did. Yeah, so we have to go through a canyon in order to get to Dresden, but the canyon is full of a whole swarm of a bunch of insects. So this is our next obstacle. Yeah, so we have a plan to deal with them. We have to go after the queen bug. So we have you either choose Erebeth or Numera. This makes the most logical sense. Our healer, Shoshi. Yeah, it's a whole endurance. It's a whole endurance thing. That's what I chose last time because it made the most logical sense. Because then you distract them as long as possible, and That means they just got to endure the enemy's attacks, and having a healer to soften the blows is the best strategy. I agree with this one. Lovely place, isn't it? We're going to strike the queen. Yeah, I do. If I remember correctly, based on what I read, if you go to get that treasure they were talking about, you will lose members of your unit. More people will die. So, and those are people we need to fight the battle, fight our way to Dresden, so a lot of the stuff I can do without. So I got like one item for Lon, but I'm not really using him. The rest, you could probably sell the stuff, but it's best not to linger because we'll be taking a lot of casualties up above. So this is just a straight battle to get to the queen.
Where else would I be?
Always be ready for the worst.
And we also got a hint about the queen. She's acid happy, so any anti-acid energy resistance will help us out here. If we have it.
Are we in trouble yet?
Rules are made to be broken.
Are we ready to move out? Nice try. Didn't work. Friendship lasts forever.
Can we retreat already?
Okay, Wolfchick, you stay back here. Lon.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yeah. I have resist energy, that should help. I don't have the protect one, unfortunately. At least not yet. I was hoping to throw a bomb, but it was too late. I believe that these guys spread confusion, so that's going to be lovely to deal with.
The light, take you.
Cover me, all right?
Wolfchick can't... Oh, Wolfchick can't really do precision damage, so...
You won't survive me.
Yeah.
No time for idling.
Rely on me.
Smile. The world's not
Doubt
ending
is the
just
heart's
yet.
greatest challenge.
Bark skin.
My unbiased, the world is full of wonder. Uh-huh. This is my time to shine. They choose to stand against me.
Hope I'm going the right way here.
Out of my sight.
Well, I imagine if I'm going the right way because I see these royal guards.
My blade.
Yeah, that confusion's a huge pain in the ass.
Endure this. I
I will see to your demise.
This hurts so much.
Great. First fight's in and my main character's already... I may have to restart this. This is not good. Yeah. Honestly, this might take a bit longer than expected. Shouldn't have clumped together like that. Maybe I should spread out a bit. 'Cause dealing with those swarms is annoying.
So exciting!
Tenemos clavísimo. Una arellana.
Something wrong?
Always be ready for the worst. Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel
I'm
better.
always open to ideas.
Yes.
The world is full of wonder. With grace.
A bright future awaits us. We will win this war. Lead on.
Is there trouble? Uh-huh.
Sorry, stick drift.
This is my time to shine.
No reason to
They
pause.
choose to stand against me?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
Away, you rascal! You're irrelevant.
Cover me, all right?
You won't survive
Together
me.
we stand. I will help where I can.
Adventures are exciting. smile goes a long way.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
Magritio Turinos. Magritio Turinos.
Rely on me. It is no trouble.
No time for idling. How cute!
A bright future awaits us.
Aporan Sentex.
Endure this!
Magritio Turinos.
Make every strike count.
Stab you or dab you? Why not both?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The light, take you into the fray.
Distract them for me.
You won't survive
No reason
me.
to pause. We will win this war.
The world is full of wonder. So exciting!
I will help where I can. On my way.
Okay. I'm gonna save here. Quick save, I mean. So if we go down, I won't have to restart everything from the beginning. Can't always depend on auto saving.
Will help me win their hearts. And if that fails, I'll use my sharp nails instead.
It's just not my lucky day.
Yep, unfortunately.
Adventures are exciting. With grace.
Like I said before,
Together?
you have to make a choice when you're in this area. You either get all the treasure get like 5 pieces of treasure that's available and clear the whole area before you kill the queen, and lose a lot of members of your unit, which I believe, if I remember reading correctly, will affect your fighting force when you attack, when you go on the offensive. Like, you'll lose some units. You won't be able to replenish them either. Or do you go through this as quickly as you can, lose the treasure, but you'll reduce the number of your soldiers lost. Now a lot of the stuff isn't that great. Like, you probably pick up a couple things, no issue, and you can sell it. Like, oh, what am I saying? No issue. You'll lose. Hang on. I'm sorry, I don't even know why I said no issue. Like, I pick up like I picked up one thing for land one time, and because it was useful, but I don't tend to use land indefinitely. I'm gonna switch them out. So I'm planning on going through this as quickly as I can. There's one person you need to rescue. I'll probably do that, because I don't know what he'll do when I see him later. He might actually be very useful, might be worth it. He's right. I think he's right here, yes.
A bright future awaits us.
A simple smile goes a long way. Uh-huh.
Oh shoot, I picked the wrong response. Oh well. Yeah, there is someone who's probably gonna die there, but
This is my time to shine.
if we save him, we'll lose some of our own soldiers, so I'm gonna lose someone in that decision no matter what. So I have to make the harsh decision to leave him. Noticed I was going to save him before, but I accidentally picked the wrong one, and I don't feel like reloading
Skip the pleasantries.
just to undo that. We already heard the queen attacks with acid, and we're at the area, so I'm gonna get some anti-acid to counter it. Buff him up with the shield.
Missed me already.
I'm gonna make the guess this is an evil creature, so I'll do protection from evil. Go ahead. I'll go ahead and buff. Get some constitution buffs to my companions.
We will win this war. No reason to go. I will help where I can.
Not
I welcome your company.
Is there trouble? How cute!
Yet another obstacle.
And there's the Swarm Queen. Want to do. She's not close enough. You're an assassin. I'll wait until the tanks have engaged. That's how you play assassins. You don't become the center of attention. You wait until everyone's distracted, and then you go in and get the... Oh, wow. Good damage off the bat.
Your time is over.
Oh, there's Envia coming to help out. Nice. Maybe I won't. Battle's almost over. I probably won't need to do any more buffs.
Time to share your treasures.
Ah. She has an aura that gives us the gibber thing that the swarms had. Unfortunate. Thankfully, Lan can stay away from that and get some damage if I can't.
You offend me.
There we go, good damage. She might finish it off for us. Thing's almost dead. It doesn't seem to have any swarms or royal guards helping it out, so that's good for us. Could have made the fight a bit harder if they had some royal guards or some swarms helping out. That's probably what I would have done, had some royal guards, because that would have made sense. That's a sex joke. Shows how much of an interesting life he had. Yeah. Look at the second option. That's kind of messed up. But it is something we can do to help us in the Siege of Dresden. We're obviously not going to do that because we're good. Yeah, that's the ritual they use to summon the bugs here. They brought them here through magic, not by just having them come over here and wait. Yeah, recently.
Together we stand.
Well, yeah, it would have been nice to get the gear. There's still some things we can get here in the canyons as well as inside there, but some gear did get destroyed.
I'll see what I can do.
No time for idling.
But I really did not want to lose too many soldiers because I need them to fight the battles.
The world is full of wonder.
And I do remember having difficulty getting past that last fort. Maybe losing some of the soldiers when I decided to pick up some stuff may have contributed to making that fight a bit more difficult. Yeah. Hang on a minute. As you can see, there's still swarms in here, but most of them are gone now. So now we can explore this whole area in the cave, which I will definitely do before leaving here.
This is my time to shine.
And there is still some good stuff we can pick up, despite what they said. I know I mentioned that before, but I'm mentioning it again. Actually, what was that item I picked up? I picked up a bow of some sort. Yeah, this is it. It's a short bow. This is a good one too. Composite short bow. I mean,
A simple smile goes a long way.
I could give it to Lion, but he's more built for long bows. Well, at any rate, we did what we needed to do for this stream. Close to 3 hours. We rescued the Hell Knights that were being attacked, and we cleared a whole swarm of enemies. Actually, the fight with the queen wasn't even that hard. That's the best part. It was just the single queen. We don't get any loot from that, but like I said before, I kind of wish they would have sent some of those royal guards at us. That would have made the fight a lot more difficult. We didn't fight too many getting here, but maybe they figured some people would have picked up some stuff. But yeah, I did do a bit of research, like I said before. I know I'm repeating stuff at this point, but I want to make sure it's clear. If I had chosen to pick up the stuff they mentioned, I would have lost a lot of soldiers, and that probably would have been pretty devastating too, because it would have shown in my army that unit would have taken egregious losses. So I just decided rushing to here and taking out the queen was more important, so that's what I did. But to say something new, we have a spy in our ranks, and now we need to hunt for him. In addition to everything, someone put a cloth that attracted them, so we were definitely set up. So we may need to do some investigating around the camp and look for our traitor. I wonder who it is. We know they were the same ones who made these rituals in the Grey Garrison. Well, thanks for joining me for the stream. I'm going to end it here. And I'm glad my internet held up for it. So, have a good day, guys. And I hope you... Bye.